Hey y'all, welcome back to a new episode of Recaps with May. And before I get started, I do want to say this episode is going to be sponsored by me because I ain't got no sponsorships yet. But if you want to sponsor your girl, send all your information over to recapswithmay@gmail.com and we can definitely work something out. Also, before I get started with this episode, I do want to give a trigger warning, okay? This new episode of P-Valley got deep, and it dealt with mental health and suicide. So if that is not your thing, please go ahead and just skip it on out. I promise you, it ain't for you. So let's get started. All right, y'all. So welcome back to a new episode of Recaps with May. Now, the episode that I am going to be talking about is Season 2, Episode 6 of P-Valley, titled Savage. And, buckle up, have a seat, because this was a ride of an episode. So, we start the episode of 2. At first, the first few seconds, I didn't know who was smashing, but I said, somebody is getting it in. So we find out it's Big Bone and Diamond, and my mouth dropped on the floor when they got done. And Big Bone was like, you stay coming in that condom. I want it in my mouth. And I was like, what? Girl, what? But did y'all notice that when Diamond walked out the room, she definitely looked at Montavious' ring. And if you don't know who Montavious is, go back and watch Season 1. But basically, they killed him. And that got me to thinking, I think Big Bone is an op. I definitely think she is an op. She is there to do some investigating on I guess the gang is called the Devoted Deltas. She got something to do with it. That's one of my little predictions. But yeah, so they getting it in, having a good old time, and they go in for round 2. Then we go to the next scene, and it is a celebration for Big Teak. Like, it's going. And Lil Murda got his dude a car. He got Big Teak a car, and it is nice. So I did a little bit of research on the whole, like, why everybody was wearing green and red. So Big Teak and Lil Murda was in the same gang, which is called, they refer to it as HVH, which is the Hurt Village Hustlers. So they wear the green and the red and black, I believe. So yeah, Lil Murda got his boo. He got his boo a car, which I'm like, oh, he's so cute. And this episode, we really got to see Big Teak just be happy. And that was good to see. Like, he was about to break down. And the thing I love about Teak and Murda's, like, situation is that, like, these two niggas know each other. Like, they know each other very, very well. And Lil Murda is so in tune with what Big Teak, like, if he's going through something, he could tell, and he kind of divert it really, really quick. Like, I love that about him, because Teak got emotional. He got really, really fucking emotional, just, seeing just in the moment. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just got out of jail. He did 10 years, and this is something that's, like, very new for him. So it was really, 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 really good to see that, and just to see him be happy. But side note, did y'all notice that was Johnny Blaze in the background behind Lil Murda when he was talking? I saw her. I said, look at you, girl, got your cameo. You better get them coins. You better get it, okay? So, next scene, we go to the Pank, and the shower's going, and Uncle Cliff and Big L talking, and clearly they have cut the water off on whoever's in the shower. And surprise, surprise, it's Haley, aka Lakeisha Savage, aka Autumn Night. So she is furious. She comes out, turn on the water. I just paid the bill. And Big L said, well, you ain't paid me. They is really, 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 really going at it with Autumn about this whole her sneaky ass trying to sell the paint. But whatever, they going back and forth, and Uncle Clifford is trying to figure out, like, how do we get rid of this bitch? How do we get rid of this bitch? Let's just turn her in. But Big L reminded him, like, hey, she ain't the one that shot him, and she ain't the one that got rid of the body, so they can't do anything just yet. But they also, did y'all notice the little flyer that Roulette and Whisper, apparently they are dancing at some spades tournament, which, go back to the first scene, Diamond said he's doing security at a spades tournament, which I'm like, okay, they tying it all together. Cool. So next scene after that, we go to the barbershop, and Big Teak is getting fresh, y'all. He is looking kind of good. I was looking like, hey, he looking good. He is actually looking good. So, he get fresh. They leave the barbershop. Lil Murdy get a phone call, and it's Miss Mississippi, aka Keyshawn. So she's like, Miss Mississippi, but I'm gonna refer to her as Keyshawn. Like, she is still pretty fucked up about what Rome tried to do to her. So, she lets Lil Murder know, like, hey, he tried it, and he know about you. So, of course, Lil Murder is like, hey, well, I'm glad that nigga dead. Which is like, cool. And instantly, she got to get off the phone, because guess whose bitch ass done walked into the room? Yeah, that's right. Derek's ass. And I just instantly just rolled my eyes, because I'm just like, oh, here he go. Like, and then, like, he's so manipulative. Like, why would you ask this girl to go somewhere with you? And she points to her face like, no, I'm not going, because, like, nigga, you punched me in my face. She got a black eye, busted lip, like, and he don't. And if you look at his face, he didn't say anything. He just was like, Like, I fucking hate him, and I want him to die so bad. Like, so bad. And I feel like it's coming. I feel like her moment is coming. One thing I love about this show is they do a lot of foreshadowing. And if y'all remember, still in season 2, but episode 1, remember when Haley and Mercedes was watching TV, and they was watching What's Love Got to Do with It? And the scene in the limo, come on. And we all know, like, What's Love Got to Do with It is such a iconic movie, because Tina Turner got her ass beat that whole movie. And when she finally fought him back in that limo, it was chef's kiss. So I truly believe, like, I really, really, truly believe that Keyshawn is going to have her limo moment, and she's going to fuck Derek up. And I feel like she's ready. Like, she's absolutely ready to get out. You can't save somebody that don't want to be saved, but she's ready. I really, truly believe she's ready. And I'm like, I'm really hoping she gets the fuck out. But, okay, so we moving on. Next scene, we see Mercedes at this big house, which I figured, it's probably Shell's house. She go in, take some food to Shell, and looks in the trash, and there are like 4 wine bottles in the fucking trash. Clearly, Shell has a drinking problem. Clearly, we know that since she got drunk a couple episodes ago, and Tarika had to drive her fucking home. So Mercedes reminds Shell, like, we can get you help. And Shell, she's like, I don't need no help. I don't need no help from you. And she reminded her, like, you called Tarika a mistake. And you can see the look on Shell's face like, what? What? She knew she fucked up. So Shell clearly don't have a job. You know, she's struggling with that, but she is like hell bent on not letting Tarika go with Mercedes at all. And the one thing that she says, like she keeps pointing this out over and over and over again, like, you might have pushed her out, but I raised her. You don't know nothing about being a mother or a parent. So like she keeps harping on this, like Mercedes just don't know what she doing, and she's keep trying to say she live in the hood, which I ain't gonna lie, Mercedes do live in the hood now. She's kind of sort of in the hood, but she just wants a chance to be a good mother. Like I really, that's another one that pulls on my heartstrings. This whole like storyline with Mercedes and her daughter. It's so heartbreaking because everything she's doing is literally for Tarika. Like it's for Tarika. So it's like, God damn. So she leave and she calls Tarika like, I need to talk to you ASAP. ASAP, call me back. And at the same time, Coach calls. He want to finish his little Mercedes experience. Quiet as kept though. She already done finished that Mercedes experience with his wife. So that was funny to see. Like he's trying to keep his wife happy and he just don't know. Your wife is the leader of trying to get with Mercedes. But we'll get to that later. So we making our way through this episode and we see that Lil Murda and Big Teak are having their moment. Like they are having a moment. They kind of sort of are on a date. And it's so funny to watch this show because these two niggas are clearly like masculine as fuck. But they I'm so conflicted because this episode really showed like they might really just be soulmates, but Lil Murda has kind of sort of moved on. Like, you know, in this scene with them in the restaurant, Big Teak is basically just realizing like 10 years done went by. You've moved on, which you should have, and the world is just so different, and he feels like, you know, the world has pretty much moved on without him, which he ain't lying. So, you know, this scene, he actually, you know, Lil Murda actually told him who Cliff is and how she identifies, which is like, Teak like, what? She, like, you know, he can't like wrap his mind around it, but then he's also like kind of having this full circle moment of like, the world has changed. So, you know, he just gotta pretty much just gets kind of over it. He has to get over it. And it's hard to watch. You know, it's hard to watch his damn beautiful, pretty eyes just realize so freaking much. Like, he is just realizing shit has changed. So, we go back and go back to Keyshawn. She is ready to leave. Like, she's waiting for Derek to leave. And he finally leaves. She's hurrying, packing up her stuff and getting her shit together. And I'm like, yes, she's leaving. It took me the second time to watch the show to realize she left her phone in the house. Because if y'all know, back to episode 1, or was it 2? Derek he got a tracker on her phone. So he's such a creep. Like, I hate him. He's such a creep. So he's tracking her phone. She's smart though. She's smart to leave her phone there. She goes, take the kids to the car. And I mean, she is hauling ass to get out of there. Try to start the car up. Boom. It ain't starting up. And she finds out that bitch ass nigga Derek has stopped her from leaving. And it was just heartbreaking to see her just defeated look of like, I can't leave. So she gets the kids and just slowly walks back in the house. And I just like, my heart broke for her again because I'm like, damn, she really wanted to leave. Like, she really was trying to get the fuck out and she just can't. Like, and I think she realizes, like, I'm gonna have to kill this nigga. I'm gonna have to kill this nigga. And I don't blame her. Like, I don't blame her at all. At all. Whew, that was a hard scene to watch. So we go over to the next scene. It's nighttime now, and Teak and Murda, they at the gas station, doing their little thing. And I thought it was funny. I didn't notice it the first time, but the second time I noticed, like, Big Teak really he is adjusting still. Like, he don't know nothing about having his own car. He like, what it take? Regular premium. Like, he don't know. And then he got his card. He like, I don't know how to do this shit at the pump. Like, and it's so funny. Lil Murder just come in, like, swoop in, like, all right, I got you. And at that very moment, the radio going off, and it's Lil Murder on the radio. He is on the radio featured with, on the captions, they said it was Tina Snow, but we know who that is. It's Megan Thee Stallion. So he is on the radio with his song with Megan Thee Stallion, and everybody get to playing it. So he is like having this moment, and bruh, when I tell y'all, that smile on Teek's face was just that was the highlight of the episode. He was really happy for his nigga. Like, he really truly was happy for his nigga in that moment. Like, so happy. But of course, niggas ruin the moment. Somebody pull up behind them like, hey man, you done with that pump? Get the fuck out the way. And Big Teak is always ready to go. Like, he is that nigga that's always ready to go no matter what. And Lil Murder is always the one that's like, he's like the only one that can calm Teak down when he's like, what the fuck you say? Like, so they get the hell out the gas station, they get the gas and get out of there, but they still is like happy. You know what I'm saying? Great scene. Such a great scene. Then next scene we go to, we are at the spades tournament. And of course, Whisper and Roulette is doing their thing. And I will say, the fucking body double for Roulette, she is magnificent. Like, my chef's kiss to her ass, because this bitch be doing everything. And their fucking editing on the show is immaculate, because you can't tell where the body double and the actual actress, Gail Bean, you can't tell like where is which one they go to. Like, they don't really show her face, but even her face, like, I be trying to like slow down and look at shit, and even down to her makeup, everything is the same. There is literal body double, so they are fucking immaculate for that. It's so good. So Roulette doing her thing on the pole, she gets done, she getting her money up, and guess who the fuck shows up? The nigga she gave some head to in the paint. Now, I still ain't forgave her ass. And I feel like we still need to address that shit, because she dead motherfucker wrong. Uncle Clifford rule was no sucking dick at the paint. Like, what are you doing? So I'm still mad about that. Like, I'm like still mad at her for that. But oh boy, he he walk up on her, and that scene was so cringy, because she's like, oh hey Terrence, what's up? How you doing? He don't even acknowledge her fucking question. He's like, hey, who the foreign girl over there? And she like, oh, I don't think she get down like that. Well, see what he like, we'll see what's up with her. I'll give her 2 stacks if she let me eat that pussy. And instantly, Roulette was like, well, damn. Like, basically, like, I had to get on my knees, and she can get that much just for laying on her back. I wish I could have laid on my back instead of getting on my knees. And at that moment, she realized, you fucking played yourself, bitch. You did. Like, you played yourself, bitch. And I was fucking rolling. I was fucking rolling at that shit. Because I'm like, yeah, he had you sucking dick and only gave you, I don't know how much a brick is, but I also looked that up too. And I think a brick is $1,000. So you basically suck this dick for $1,000 and he's ready to pay her too to eat her pussy. Because, you know, the niggas love the foreign bitches. Oh, she foreign bitches. So he like, oh, well, go set it up. And, you know, you gonna get yours on the back end, you know, go set it up. And that reminded me of Ronnie from the Players Club. I ain't gonna lie. It reminded me straight from Ronnie from the Players Club. Like, now this bitch about to be facilitating shit like she a fucking pimp. I was like, I'm just, I'm so mad at her. I'm still so fucking mad at her. But next scene we go to, we are at this upscale fancy event and we see Autumn Night. Well, she strolled her ass on in there. And Andre is giving a lovely, lovely speech about how he is gonna, you know, basically replace his grandfather. Well, not grandfather, his godfather in, you know, making Chuckalisa basically great again. And here come Autumn Night's ass asking questions. Like, here she go, asking fucking questions. And I'm like, this bitch. But, you know, Andre is good. He's very charismatic, so he handled it very, very well. And he turned that question around and looked it very good. But Corbin, he hates that fucking bitch. He hates Haley's ass. So he snatched her ass up out of there so quick and tossed her ass out. It was rolling. Like, what the hell? Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, Corbin snatched her ass the fuck out of there quickly. But Haley, aka Lakeisha Savage, aka Autumn Night, she is a finesser. Okay? She is a grade A finesser, grade A scammer. So she weasels her way back into the party with I'm assuming this old white lady is the owner's wife of Promised Land, and her husband has passed away. So basically left everything to her, and she the boss lady. So she the boss lady. She walks her ass in there, and Haley strolls right on in there with her and makes her way to the cigar room where the men's are talking business. And in that room, Haley weasels her ass in there to let them know, like, hey, y'all can still get the pank, but you gonna pay her what she worth. And she worth 10 million. And it sounds like she might actually get that 10 million, which is crazy. She might actually get that fucking 10 million, which I'm like, damn. I want to hate this bitch, but goddamn, she is making this shit work. Like, she is working the fucking system. Goddamn. So after that, the next scene we go to, we are at the condo with Coach, his wife Farrah, and Mercedes, and they want to get that Mercedes experience on and popping. And Farrah and Mercedes is trying to keep their shit on low because they done already got it in, okay, without the coach. And Mercedes know that nigga's gonna be mad. Like, the original agreement was for Mercedes to be the coach's side bitch, and the wife was allowing it. Now it's turning to where Mercedes is the side bitch for the fucking wife. And I'm just like, whoa. It is going, like, it's going down. It's going down. Coach is making his fucking Viagra shake. So he's ready to get this shit on and popping. But it goes so far left, as we see coming up, where Coach notices that these two bitches got something going on. And he instantly is like, bitch, you cheating on me. Talking to his wife, like, bitch, you cheating on me. And she's just like, what do you mean? Like, like, You can't tell that I love girls. She's like, you can't even notice. You ain't even noticing me. And Mercedes is kind of like, yeah, you don't notice her. Coach want to look at her like, the fuck is you talking about? You stay out of this, hoe, basically. So he kicks Mercedes out, and I just like, girl, get the money. She got kicked out and did not get her money, y'all. I'm just like, get the money. And then Farrah ain't making no fucking better because Mercedes told her ass, you not gonna fuck with my bag. But here her ass go, handing Mercedes her shoes. Like, it's nothing I can do, girl. Like, here you go. Just, Mercedes, she kind of played herself too. And I kind of felt like, you play them games, you get them prizes, and sometimes you don't. And that's the downside of like selling yourself. That shit can be taken away very, very quickly, and Lord, it definitely went fucking left. So, hey, we don't know how this gonna end for our girl Mercedes, but hey, she'll figure it out. Somehow, some way, she'll figure it out. So, next scene we go to Big Teak and Lil Murder. They are pulling up to a house. He about to go get some smoke. And while Teak go inside, Lil Murder is on the phone with Wody. And Wody basically telling him, like, hey, man, Rome kind of put some shit together. I was able to salvage it. We going back on tour. But Big Teak cannot come. That nigga is a liability, basically. And, he kind of lets it slip, like, oh, if it wasn't for Rome overdosing, like, we wouldn't have had his opportunity. And Lil Murder like, nigga, how you know he overdosed? And Wody like, I took care of that shit. But then instantly his fucking phone go dead. And the whole time Lil Murder he look in the glove box, he noticed Big Teak ain't got his gun. So he goes in, but we following Big Teak, and he going through the house, looking through the house and shit. And he stops at this closet and like flashes, like he kind of have a flashback. And there's a little kid in front of him that's all bloody. And I'm like, what? And at that same moment, Lil Murder comes in and was like, hey, man, what you doing? Like, nigga, like, why you in the house without your strap? So, he basically telling him, like, I used to live in this house. And from there, it's clear that Big Teak is not okay. But Lil Murder always gets, like, he got him out the house, which is like, damn, this like, they might really be soulmates, because Lil Murder always come through and get this nigga out of a situation where he's struggling. So I love that between them. Like, I love every scene between Lil Murder and Big Teak. I just love it. So we moving on to the next scene. Andre is getting to his condo or apartment or wherever, and who's in there? Of course, Haley's ass is sitting in the dark being a fucking creep. And he's like Andre is over. He's over Haley shit. Like, he is done with her. Like, you stay trying to fuck up shit for me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But Haley, being the fucking weasel that she is, she plays into his ego and was like, what do you want me to do? Like, so I knew, I'm like, okay, they about to smash. It's clear they about to smash, which is like, finally, it was almost like a finally thing. Like, they already kind of sort of smashed on the phone in season 1. So it was like, all right, they about to smash. Cool. But I want to know, why didn't we know that Andre was packing like that? Because I had to rewind that scene so many times. Like, wait a minute. The one thing I love about this show, they don't mind showing no dick. Like, they don't mind showing no dick at all. And I love it. I fucking love it. So, of course, it was finally the moment of like, finally, these niggas have smashed. But we go back to Uncle Clifford's house with him and grandmother. And grandmother ain't doing too good. I ain't gonna lie, grandmother is not doing too good. She don't look too good. Her blood sugar is like normal, but she is sweating like a hog. And she got a fever. And as soon as she said she got a fever, I said, "Oh Lord. Oh Lord, no. Please don't let grandmother have a COVID. Please don't let her have the vid. Please. My heart can't handle this." And Uncle Clifford got on the phone, called Toy's ass. Toy's old sneezing ass. And she is just sick. And I said, "Bet not nothing happened to grandmother or that's Toy's ass. That is about to be her ass, man." So, the episode the episode just takes a dive at this point, because we get back to the scene with Lil Murda. Big Teak is in the car, and they're having such a heart-to-heart and deep conversation to where it just goes so it gets so sad for Big Teak. And we find out so much about Big Teak in this episode, specifically in this scene. Now, I want y'all to brace yourself, because he talks about murder, and specifically his mother had some type of psychotic break or something, and she murdered his sisters and his brother. I believe his baby brother was a baby, like 8 months old. And he witnessed all of that and ran. He was 7 years old. So that's when he went to the house and he saw that little boy in the closet that was all bloody. That was him. So that fucked him up, y'all. And it was like, that was heartbreaking. Like, that was really, really heartbreaking to watch him. Because I'm pretty sure he's never said that out loud. Because when you say it out loud, you have to hear yourself and you really relive it all over again. But he's clearly going through something from that. And, you can definitely tell that he is struggling with that. And he's like, the devil got my mama and the devil is in me sometimes. And him being locked up did not help his situation at all. Not only that, but when he, it's clear that when he was locked up, he did a lot of solitary confinement. And solitary confinement is the worst fucking place to be if you are already battling these demons in your head and on your back. So he's dealing with a lot. Like, he got a lot of shit that's really dealt against him. And him saying it out loud makes him realize, like, this is the reality of it. So they get ready to leave, and Lil Murda is like he's hell bent on like staying with Teak. And because he knows him. He knows him so well. And Teak like, "Yeah, I'm about to drop you off, nigga. Where you going?" And he like, "Nah, nigga, you not about to drop me off, because I know you. All you about to do is just sit in here with your thoughts, and you gonna let them, you about to be in that dark place. I don't want you to stay in that dark place." And they going back and forth like, "Get out the car, nigga. Like, I want to go. Like, I'm going to drop you off." He like, "No, I'm not leaving." And Big Teak, he pulls out that gun and puts it to his head. And Lil Murda is just trying to talk him out of it. And he's like, "Nigga, like, you can't stay in the darkness. I'm going to get you to the light. You going on tour with me. Things is about to get better for you. Like, it's like shit is about to get better for you." And he is just like, Big Teak is just like, "Ain't nothing gonna get no better for me. Like, nothing is gonna get no better for me. Like, I'm the devil done jumped into me, and I can't, and I got this darkness on me." Like, he is really like, and I'm yelling at my fucking screen the whole time, like, "Don't do it. Don't do it." I'm yelling at my screen, like, "Please don't do it. Put the gun down." So I'm like, my hand is over my face, like, "Please don't do it. Please don't do it." And he is just like, I knew once Big Teak said, I'm just so tired. I knew what that means. Like when somebody says that they are just tired, the mental battle that they have within themselves is very, very, very heartbreaking, and it's so consuming. Like it's so tiring to fight daily to want to live, and not give up to the demons. So, unfortunately, Big Teak does shoot himself, and he takes his own life. And I know this is supposed to be like a fictional character and all that, but somebody out there is struggling just like that. So I definitely want to give a moment of silence for that character. And for people who out there struggling, I really, 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 truly hope that y'all seriously get the help. We're going to take a quick break and come back, and I'm going to wrap up this episode. All right, y'all, we are back. So I had to give y'all a break because that last scene with Big Teak was heavy, y'all. It was fucking heavy. It was heavy for me to recap it and say it, and it was heavy, just as heavy as it was watching it. So, Big Teak is gone, but I want to mention a few things that I noticed. During this episode, they mentioned death quite a few times. First time was at the barbershop. And the barber, he got him together. He's like, boy, you casket sharp. And I'm just like, ooh, that's one. Then when they left the barbershop, Big Teak is like, nigga, you gotta live every day like it's your last. Whew, that's number two. And then when they was at the restaurant, the lady said something about, when she was flirting with him, like, oh, light skin making a comeback out and up and died. And I'm just like, whew. Like, once I watched the episode again, I realized, like, oh, the foreshadowing on this show is chef's fucking kiss to that too. Because foreshadowing is a great way of telling a story and making sure people get the shit. So Big Teak is gone, y'all. He is gone. And he did this shit right in front of Lil Murda. So of course Lil Murda is fucked up. He is fucked up. And where's the first place he go? He go running right to Uncle Clifford's house, and I fucking love it. I just love them together. Like, I just want them to be together. Oh my gosh. But, y'all, I'm gonna take it back to Grandmother Ernestine. Did y'all notice that when she answered the door, she said, Daddy, is that you? And if y'all know anything about death, then you know when people are about to pass away, they say that they will see loved ones who have passed away. And I was just like, I noticed that after the second time I watched the episode too, and I'm just like, it ain't looking too good for grandmother. It ain't looking too good for our grandmother. It's not looking too good, and I'm just like, no. But the thing is, the reason why I love Lil Murda and Cliff together is because even though they are not on good terms, like they are kind of fucked up, Uncle Clifford still embraces him and is like, basically it's gonna be okay. Like he welcomes him with open arms. Like it's gonna be like Lil Murda says, I'm not okay. Cause the last message Uncle Clifford sent him was like, you okay? And this nigga clearly is not okay. As he fucking should not be. Like he got trauma. He's gonna have mental shit dealing with that. Seeing somebody kill themselves in front of you. So, I pray for the best for him too. But last scene, Mercedes is just so fucking defeated. And guess who fucking shows up at her doorstep? Tarika. After she'd been missing in action all day, Tarika shows up and she crying. So I'm like, oh fuck. Like I I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was fucking crying. That episode had me in tears when Big Teak killed herself. So she cried. I'm like, oh shit, what then happened to Shell? Did something happen to Shell? And instantly I'm like, nah. She pregnant. And what does she do? Pull out behind her back? A fucking pregnancy test. Yes, y'all. Tarika is pregnant. So all that shit Shell was talking about that being her daughter and she's a better mother. Guess what? Now look at Tarika. Tarika is literally in the same boat as Mercedes was when she had her. Because Mercedes had Tarika at fucking 15. I want to say, yeah, I think she had her like 15. And her mama forced her to give the baby up for adoption to the baby's father's wife. So that's how she ended up with Tarika. And now Tarika pregnant. So, whew, that was a heavy episode, y'all. What do y'all think? What's y'all predictions for episode 7? As y'all know, they're gonna take a week off, and the new episodes will resume on July 24th, I believe. So we will have next week off, the 19th, 18th, 19th, one of them days. So we'll have that day off. So what do y'all think? What's y'all predictions for next episode? Me personally, I honestly, I don't have no predictions, y'all. I don't know. Like, this show is so fucking crazy that it can go either way. But I need to know what's going to happen with Keyshawn because I desperately need her. I need her to get out. I just want her to get out the fucking that relationship. I need her to I won't, and I hate to say this, but Derek gotta go. Derek has to go. And I feel like that's what they leading up to. Like the writers on this show is very phenomenal. And I know, like I can predict different shit with what the writers be doing. So I know that they're going to lead us up to having that limo moment where she going to kill Derek or beat his ass. So I'm looking forward to that. Is this deal about to go through with the Pank? Haley is set. She is set on selling the Pank and getting her money and giving it to them to move so they can move somewhere else. But she don't understand that it's sentimental value with the place, with it being there. I don't think she understands that. And that's why nobody likes her ass. Because it's like, bitch, you don't get it. It's not about the money. It's more so about the sentimental value. But I fear that we have bigger problems because clearly grandmother got the vid. She got the vid, y'all, and I don't think she gonna make it. Because if they're keeping it true to just real life in real life, like real time, when COVID was at its height, old people were dying like left and right. Old people was dropping like flies. So I really think, as hard as it is to say, I think Miss Ernestine is gonna be gone. And that's I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when she died too. It's like, no, why is y'all taking all the good ones? Like, no. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's gonna happen with this whole Mercedes experience and Tarika. Mercedes got a lot going on. Like, she done had a lot going on since episode goddamn 1. She ain't never did her last dance. Like, it seemed like she ain't never gonna get custody of her daughter. And now the baby pregnant. So it's like, what is she about to do? What is she about to do? What y'all think she gonna do? I think Shell gonna try to force her to have an abortion. And if she do, that is gonna tear Tarika's ass up. She already was kind of being a little like, trying to push back, but that's really gonna make her. That's just gonna make her go, man. I don't know. This is not gonna be good. But what do y'all think? So let me know what y'all think. Y'all can. I think if you got the Anchor app, you can leave me a voice message and reply. So I want to hear what y'all think. Like, let me know, what do y'all think? Where are we going? This is episode 6, y'all. So we literally have 4 episodes left. 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we got 4 episodes left, y'all, before the season is gonna be over. But what do y'all think about Big Bone? I can't forget about her ass. She the ops. She's definitely the ops. And that damn roulette, she low-key the ops too. So I need her to get dealt with too. Like so many of these people, these characters is getting on my damn nerves. And I just need them all to get it together. So let me know what y'all think. And hit me up on, I'm on social media. I am on TikTok, Recaps with May. I got an Instagram, Recaps with May. Facebook, Recaps with May. And like I said, you can, if you want to sponsor the show, holla at your girl at recaps with May at gmail.com. And just send me your sponsorship info. And if you want to be a guest on the show, all my people that's local, come be a guest and talk shit with me about the shows that I be watching. Like, let's talk shit. I love talking shit about shows. So yeah, email me about being a guest. And y'all take care of yourselves. I know this was a rough episode. I'm still low-key crying. But, we gonna get through it. That's how you know a show is good, if they got you crying and they got you hating characters. So y'all take care of yourselves. Be easy. And I will see y'all next week. We're gonna be talking about, I don't know. I might get into The Shy. Because we had season 5 of The Shy, and I got a lot to say about that. So that may be the next episode, but I will let y'all go. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.